Hello everyone. So, first of all, I want to thank everyone for giving me their suggestions. The last time I made an unboxing video for the Revenger kit, and I was not using a tripod, and I was just trying to do everything one-handedly. So now I've got a tripod set up and a better microphone. So let's dig into it. So this is the Admiral, which is a 2700 battery compatible tube mod. This is going to be a 25 mm, and for comparison I have a 24 mm Sub-Zero competition mod and the Sub-Zero X 24 and 25. So let's see how this one compares. But let me just have it real. How does that guy vaping with Twisted 420? So let me have a tug real quick. Yep. Okay, I'm trying. So this is what the mod comes in. It's a cardboard box. Has the broadside emblem on the top, and the graphic BJ box mods at the bottom. And it comes in a neat cardboard box, tube, cylindrical, a pouch which has the mod itself. Let's see what else we get inside with this. So some extra O-rings. These are real nice beefy O-rings. This is something like you would get with the with your high-end mods. Like I've seen these thick O-rings only on the Sub-Zero X, and maybe a couple of yeah, and also the Sub-Zero competition mod. So real nice, beefy, thick, heavy-duty O-rings. And there is a authenticity certificate and a battery safety or user manual, something like that. It's difficult to get it out. Let me just grab my tweezers. Okay, so seems like I'm dissecting the box, huh? Oh, finally. So this is a small user manual, outside mods, and this shows you, yeah, okay, has the Admiral logo too. This basically shows you how to use the mod, where the 510 is, and for the safest performance you're supposed to put the positive down like you do with the Sub-Zero. And this is a certificate of authenticity, broadside authenticity certificate. I think you guys can read that. 0104 is the serial number, and that is the serial number that is going to be on the mod as well. And in case you guys are wondering what this is, it looks real ugly, I'm sorry, but I was actually trying to fire a mod. I think it was a tube mod, and I tilted it slightly, and the hot juice came dripping over my thumb, and this is what happened. So be careful when you're doing that. Make sure not to tilt it. Or just put the mod on the table and just fire the button if you have a side firing switch on it. So this is the Admiral. This is the copper. Nice shiny mod. I think if I polish it once again with some Autosol or Brasso or something, it's gonna bring out the shine. Serial number 0104, same as we had on the authenticity certificate, 0104. It's signed by somebody. I don't know who you are, sir, but it seems like you did sign it yourself and it's not printed, so thank you for taking out the time. This is a 510 firing switch. So it has a clutch like fire switch. You know, when you press it, it opens up and makes connection with the tube and completes the circuit. This is similar to what you get with the Sub-Zero Shorty, minus the spring. Yep, a similar design. I think that's a 3 Okay, this is a 3-piece, this is a 4-piece. So I think this is called the 8-way clutch contact, and this is called the 6-way clutch contact. Let me just put that back together before I lose anything. My table is always real messy in these small parts, and I had to actually make an effort to clean it up for this video. I'm sorry if my voice isn't loud enough, because I don't know how far close I'm supposed to be to the microphone, but I'm trying. Yep. So that is the silver plated positive connection, where so this is how it works. This thing goes up, and when you press the button, it spreads and completes the circuit. I think the threadings need to be cleaned a bit. So you have the emblem, the bottom, the firing switch, 510 with a silver plated contact. And just so you guys know, the silver plated contact does not come installed. It's separately inside the tube. You have to get it together before you use it. But the reason I already installed it, because I did one take for the first unboxing video, and it didn't come out that well. It took me a lot of time, and I'm not an expert in editing, so this is again a one cut video. So inside there is a Delrin tube. This you would be using if you want to use a 2700 battery. Sorry, not a 20. If you don't want to use a 2700 battery and you want to use an 18650, otherwise this will house a 2700 battery, which comes along with this kit, but it's coming through a different courier option. I wanted to keep the batteries and the wire separate. I also got this hot wires. Wanted to try this out, how this is. 22 gauge. So wires and mod came in separate. Battery is going to come separately. Yeah, so comparison time. Let's compare it to the Sub-Zero X. Both are 25mm. I have a sleeve on it, and I don't really want to take this out because it's a pain in the ass to take it off and put it back on. But just for the sake of comparison, there you go. There you go. Sorry about that. Time for my nicotine buzz, so I had to take one. So I'll show you how this mod fires. I'm sure it's going to fire really good. Silver plated contacts everywhere, even the tube, the Delrin tube for the 18650 at the bottom and here. And this disc is used to adjust the battery rattle. So I'll be twisting it, and this is reverse threaded, so when I'm screwing it back on, the adjustments don't go haywire. Let me just grab a battery real quick. I'll be using the LG HV2 high drain battery. Positive side goes down into the mod, and let me just see what atomizer I have handy. Let's go with this Goon. This is the Goon 1.5 top cap and the Generation 1 Goon first gen deck. I like to mix and match. I have some staple coils in here. Okay, so I need to adjust the battery rattle now. It goes in a bit. Just wipe off some juice I got spread on the tube. Oops, I think the connection is supposed to float out a little bit more. There you go. Yep, it's firing. Let's see how I get this on camera. I'll just lift it up. Yep, it's pretty hard. And this is how it sits with the Goon 1.5 version 1.5 compared to the Sub-Zero X and the Sub-Zero competition mod. Nice little mod. Nice, not little. It's a heavy mod, but feels really solid. Nice copper construction. And now is the boring part for the video. I wanted to address something that I've been wanting to address since a long time, and that is the fact that I have been posting excuse me, since I've been posting a lot of videos, and not a lot of videos, I mean a lot of pictures on social media of my mechanical mods, and some super sub-ohm builds that I use. And I keep getting this question real often on Facebook and sometimes on WhatsApp, since I am on some groups. As you all know, that we have WhatsApp groups in India, vape related groups, some off topic ones too, which are real fun. So the question I get is that, Karan, I want to go and I want to get myself a mechanical mod. Which one do you recommend? Now, first of all, there is nothing that a regulated mod, there's nothing a mechanical mod can do that your tube mod cannot do. That's the number one thing I think you should keep in mind. And second, is when I say this to them, then their question is, then why do you use mechanical mods? Well, the reason I use mechanical mods is because I build my own coils. I'm sure a lot of you other people do as well, but I like to experiment different builds. Some are super sub-ohm, some are like 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, and what I have noticed is that with mechanical mods, like obviously after pulsing them on a DNA 250 device or a regulated mod, the pure power that you get from a copper tube mod, for me, I enjoy that. I enjoy that, the fact that when the battery is fully charged, the first 10 drags are going to be different, and the other drags you take later on are going to be a little different. So it's like a CCT, not in the exact sense, but I'm sure you get the gist of it. I just like the whole experience of using a mechanical mod, and I love the sheer simplicity of a mechanical mod. Like, this is just a copper tube with a switch and a tube with a 510. No matter if I drop this in water or anything, I scratch it, it's still going to work. It's at the end of the day a piece of metal with some mechanism going on. Whereas the regulated mods, they get outdated. Like, for example, let's say not this Finder 250 is pretty new, it's still pretty hyped up. For example, let's take the Alien. Now, when this first came out, this was the talk of the town, right? Everybody wanted to get an Alien. Everybody who was getting into vaping, this was their first device, and this was my first device as well. But then, eventually the plane started shipping, etc. So I decided that, if I want to go in for high-end exclusive items, exclusive vape mods, I should stick to mechanicals. And the reason being that they're going to last me a very, very, very long time. I don't have any chip to worry about that can go bad. I don't have to worry about any upgrades or me messing up an upgrade and breaking my mod. So this is real simple. And if you still want to go ahead and use a mechanical mod, I would suggest you you learn about battery safety, and you learn about atomizer safety. You learn about the Ohm's law, which is the number one thing you should learn first, that what resistance will draw what kind of wattage, etc. And then you should have a DNA 250 is my preferred choice for testing resistance, since it's the most accurate. For example, the reason I bought the DNA was I was trying to dry fire and pulse and check the resistance on my Alien, but then the problem with the Alien was that it would lock the resistance, and I don't know if there's a way to unlock it. But with the DNA, it's real time. I can plug it into my laptop and I can have a look at the atomizer analyzer or something, whatever it's called, and I can see the resistance in real time. And now comes the part of super sub-ohming. Now, super sub-ohming is something which should be done at your own risk. super sub ohming is basically using a mod which is not a mod, which is using a coil which is below 0.1, and that is going to draw a significant amount of amps. So for that purpose, I have the Sith V2, which is a 4 battery parallel, and for इसको फीबी भी यहीं पे ही है, ग्रूमिंग के लिए कल जाएंगे उसके बाद. कोई बात नहीं, होता यहाँ पे है अपना आराम से मजे से. Sorry about that. That was my dad asking me about my dog. I was supposed to send her out to the groomer today. Yep. So yeah, so the quad battery. So see, the reason behind using a parallel or a single 18650, the difference would be that a dual parallel or a quad parallel can handle even lower builds, that too more safely. Because when you're using a dual parallel, the amperage is divided between two batteries, and with a single tube you just have one battery taking care of the amps that your build requires. And I'm going to be making another video of this with some FaceTime, so I can explain